KPM.
Hi, Teacher Ima.
Hey, hi, Chris.
Wow, what is this? Is this for today's lesson?
Yes, they
wow,
are.
I'm so excited. Wait a minute. Is this a cassette? I have not seen this in forever. Teacher, I'm just curious, do people still listen to cassettes?
To be honest, even I don't, unfortunately, I can't listen to it nowadays because I don't have the player for it. Yes, you need to have a cassette player, which you don't.
It's hard to find.
Yeah, it's hard to find nowadays. I don't think you can walk into any shopping centres and just go and say, "Oh, I'd like to buy that."
Yeah, exactly.
It's very
but
difficult.
Teacher, I wonder what does this have to do with today's lesson?
All right, if you and the others want to know, stay tuned.
Hi everyone, you're watching Menengah Atas here on Didik TV KPM. My name is Chris and I'll be accompanying you in this 1 hour. And today, we are with Teacher Ima from SMK Pusat Bandar Puchong 1 Selangor. Hi teacher, how are you?
Hey, hi Chris, I'm fine. Thank you very much. How about you?
I'm doing very good and I'm so excited for today's class. But before we even get into today's topic, correct me if I'm wrong, you did also bring some friends for us today, right?
Yes, I did.
Alright, teacher, could you please introduce our friends on Google Meets today?
Alright, hi guys.
Hi.
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining Chris and I for our lesson today.
Yes.
And I would like to introduce my pupils. They are from SMK Pusat Bandar Puchong 1 and they are in Form 4.
Form 4,
yes.
Wow, okay.
Yes, on the top left over there is Xuan Lin. Say hi, Xuan Lin. How are you? Doing good?
Hi, I'm fine, teacher.
Great.
Hi,
Lovely
Xuan Lin.
to look at your wonderful hair. Usually you have it tied up straight like that. That's cool.
Xuan Lin is ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's ready. What about you, Kirtana? How are you today? Good?
I'm doing good, teacher. How are you?
I'm not too bad. Thank you very much. And then at the bottom we have Aisha. Hi, Aisha.
Hi, Aisha.
Hello, teacher.
Hi, alright. It's good to see you guys. We're going to meet each other soon when school reopens, which is when, you guys know? Ashraf? Can you remember?
4th of April, right?
I like the way he goes.
Right.
When we go back to physical class.
Yeah, that's correct. We are going to be back in school physically on the 4th of April.
Yeah.
But PDPR begins for them on...
21st of March.
Yes, that's
21st
correct.
of March.
21st of March.
Well, it's so
Yes.
nice to meet all my friends on Google Meets and also for those who are watching at home, nice to meet you. Thanks for joining us today. Now, Teacher Ima, what are we going to learn today, teacher?
Okay, all right. Today, we are going to look at the third lesson in our Let's Chat theme, okay? This is new for them too, okay? Because they are in Form 4 and today we are going to be focusing on listening. That's why I'm going to relate it to the cassette that you asked about just now.
Okay.
Because nowadays, the listening script that I'm going to be sharing with them won't come out from that. It will be somewhere out from the air, because everything's online nowadays.
Yes.
When I'm teaching them and I'm doing listening, I always go, okay, you guys, are you guys ready? And I'll get my handphones out and I'll just scroll, look and play, and everything's connected via Bluetooth. So everything is all about listening, but you don't really see it there, you just listen. And with this, the difference with the cassette is also related to what we are doing today and the contents that they are going to listen in the listening script, because it's going to be a conversation between two different generation or eras. You guys will find out later as the lesson progresses, all right? Okay. So everyone, if you look at the screen here, our main focus is listening. Okay, so our activities will be mostly doing a lot of listening and answering some questions, and our complementary skill is speaking. So all the four of you are going to be doing some presentation, giving me your opinions and thoughts, and just be yourself. If you have any comments that you'd like to make, just do so, all right? And I hope we're going to have fun in our lesson.
Yes,
okay?
we are.
All right. So before I begin to get on with our listening activity,
Okay.
I would just like to share with you guys with what I have here. But before that, let's move on to the first item on the screen here. Okay, everybody, can you all relate to this? What is this, Aisha? What do you see on screen? Aisha, can you hear me?
Yes, it's about the term of service
I'm sorry?
and email.
Yes, it's an email. Can you relate to this? To the email? Have you ever received emails?
Yeah, a few times.
Okay, of course. And what about the rest of you? Have you guys received emails before, even though they might be spam?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Wonderful. So I'm pretty sure you can relate to this also.
Yes,
Yeah.
I get emails almost every day.
Almost every day.
Yes.
Probably sometimes every minute, right?
Yes, exactly.
But now let's come to this.
Okay.
What I have on the table. Can you guys relate to
Oh, wow.
this?
What is that?
This is an aerogram
Wow.
Where?
Anderson.
you can write a letter. Why do we write letters? Why do you write a letter? Why do you
Why?
write an email, by the way? I'm pretty sure you don't write letters,
To
right?
communicate with someone
That's
else.
correct, yes. You write
Okay.
letters, you write an email to communicate. So this is one of the ways that we used to do or used to use a long time ago to communicate whenever you are trying to send a message across.
I see.
And because it's quite pricey to buy the stamp and send a letter over, so we use something that we call an aerogram. Okay? Can you guys relate to aerograms? Have you ever used one, Shenlin?
No.
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 Have you ever seen it?
Yes, I did see it.
Live or online?
Online.
Okay, yeah. So maybe one day when we go to school, I'll bring this along and I can show you guys live. So there are many types of aerograms,
Yeah.
and this is another one. I don't know if you guys can relate to this. Do you know what this is?
Who knows what this is?
Anybody?
It's a postcard.
Yes, it's a postcard.
Nice, Ashraf.
Have you ever sent a postcard out, Ashraf?
No.
No. What about you, Aisha?
No.
No. Have you ever received a postcard? Anybody? Yeah. Sort of.
I have received a postcard.
Okay, when was that?
From a friend who was studying abroad.
Right.
So she was in Scotland, so she
Right.
sent a beautiful postcard
Yeah.
over here. So yeah, postcards are beautiful.
Yeah, postcards are meant to be beautiful because they will usually represent the places
Yes.
that we are at, and
Yeah.
we want to share the pictures instantly. But nowadays, what do you do? If
Nowadays,
you want to share a picture
we just
instantly,
take out our handphone, I
Uh-huh.
guess, and just snap
Yeah.
a picture and just send it
yes,
online.
that's correct. So that's the
Yeah.
difference between now and before. So it's which is related to the content of our lesson, which we
Right.
will get to later on
Later
after
on.
the break.
Okay,
I'll
after
see you
the
guys
break.
soon.
So for the students watching online and also at home, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Teacher Ima for today's English lesson on Menengah Atas here on Didik TV KPM. We'll see you after the break.
Yes, we will.
Didik TV KPM. Didik TV KPM.
Hi everyone, welcome back to slot Menengah Atas for Bahasa Inggeris, and I'm here with Teacher Ima from SMK Pusat Bandar Puchong 1 and also my friends from the same school as well, Aisha. Give me a wave, everyone, as I call your name. Aisha, Kirtana, Shenlin, and Ashraf. That's right, my classmates for today, and also for those of you watching at home. Alright, so in the next segment, teacher, what are we learning for today in the next segment for Let's Chat?
Right. Thank you very much, Chris. As I have mentioned before, today our focus is on listening. Okay, but we will also be doing some speaking, because speaking is our complementary skill for today.
Okay.
Which means all of these beautiful people here, you guys are going to be doing some oral presentation. Okay? And it's going to be based on the textbook. I hope you guys have your textbook with you. Do you have this? Right? Okay. I hope you have it ready. We're going to look at page 11. But before that, I want you all to have a look at this picture on the screen. Can you guys see this? Right? Okay. So, Ashraf, what do you see?
I see a desktop and a tablet.
Yeah, a desktop and a tablet. Okay. Aisha, what can you tell me? Can you give me one word, one general word that relates these two pictures together?
Technology.
Technology? Very good, wonderful. Do you have these items or these gadgets at home? Do you have any of them at home?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. What about you, Xuanlin?
Yes, I do.
What about Kirtana? Do you, apart from the desktop or the tablet, what else do you have at home? Items that are related to technology.
I kind of own tab and phone and a laptop.
Right. It's a common thing to have nowadays, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Can you live without your handphone, by the way, Chris?
No, teacher, I cannot live without my handphone. Even if I left the house halfway and I left my handphone at home, I would have to drive home just to get my handphone.
Really?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
I cannot live without it. It's for
Okay.
emergencies, you know.
For emergencies. Now, that's the difference between you and I.
Yeah.
I have been in that situation, and I will just drive. Seriously, I will not stop
Wow, that's so
to
good.
go back, even though I know what you mean in emergency
yeah.
cases, but I always feel that, hey, you can live without your handphone. But probably with a person in your profession, you might need your handphone because there might be a call for recording or anything like that.
Yeah.
So for certain people, these gadgets serve a purpose. All right? So we are going to get directly into our discussion, which is on page 11.
All right,
Okay, everybody,
page 11.
have a look at page 11, part A. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, page 11.
Yeah, this is a textbook, okay? Everyone should be on this page, all right? And we're going to look at part A to discuss. All right, these are the questions here. There are two questions for you to look at. How often do you use a computer? What do you use it for? And the next one, do you know more about computers than your parents? Okay, so these are the questions that I want you guys to think about.
Okay.
And present your opinions. Okay? Anybody ready?
Yep, just raise your hands.
Yeah,
if
you need to think about it. No, just off the cuff.
Yeah.
Don't worry too much. Because just now, you heard both Chris and I talking about how, for him, his handphone is really important. He would stop, drive back, and get it. But for me, I'm old school. So I'm like,
we share different opinions.
Yeah, different
but
opinions.
we had a good discussion.
Yes, that's
So let's have a discussion with all our friends on Google Meet as well. So, how often do you use the computer? What do you use it for? Maybe I can ask Ashraf first. You look like a gamer. So I don't know. I feel like maybe you play. Yeah, he has a gamer chair. But what? How often do you use the computer, Ashraf, and what do you use it for?
I usually probably use it maybe around 6 hours
per day.
And
6 hours.
Yeah, per day.
Wow.
But not a lot of it is actually spent on games. It's mostly me just wandering around on the internet because I get distracted a lot on stuff like Wikipedia. Like Wikipedia, it has hyperlinks in each article, and
wow,
you can click on those links, and it'll just bring you to another article, and I'll usually dive into that rabbit hole.
Wow.
and
Very nice.
never go back.
That's why I now would like to pick up on the word that you used, which was wandering. Okay, I like that you used the word wandering just now when you were talking about what you were doing with your computer. Would you like to say more about that? Why did you use that particular word, wandering?
I mean, I generally just get distracted a lot, like quite easily compared to others, and like.
You like to
usually I'll go
discover more
Wiki-
things, yes?
Not really discover. It's just the Wikipedia. It also has like this button called random article,
Oh.
and when you click on it, it gives you a random article, and that's practically just like candy for me. Like,
Oh.
click on it.
Candy.
Candy.
Yes.
Ashraf likes doing research.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's what I'm getting.
Oh.
It's not really research.
Not research.
It's more of finding out new information, is that it?
I guess.
Yeah, random information.
Very nice.
Because that's why you use the word wandering, because you don't really have a specific reason for wanting to, hey, I just want to simply go and try and find out something interesting.
Yeah.
You know, so you picked it up on that really well. Good job, Ashraf. Thank you very much for that. Okay, and what about the second question? Do you think you know more about computers than your parents? What do you think, Ashraf? What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, I think like generational wise, of course, like the millennials and the Gen Zs and whatnot, they would have more experience with computers nowadays compared to parents, because the parents grew up in a different generation. They didn't grow up in a generation with computers and whatnot. So that plays a big factor into computer literacy. So, for example, somebody from Gen Z would have better computer literacy compared to someone from Gen X, let's
Yeah,
say,
that's
because
right.
of how much it has advanced.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Ashraf. Wonderful response. Okay, what about you, Aisha? Yes. Has your mom or your dad ever asked for help with anything to do related to technology, whether it's with a laptop or with a computer? Has your mom or your dad ever asked you help to do something for them?
Usually my mom would ask for my help sometimes, because she doesn't use computers that often. Unlike my dad, who usually use computers to do his work. So yeah, sometimes I'll help her with something that she doesn't know how to use.
Can you give us an example of what you help your mom with? Might be the same thing with what I asked my daughter to help me with.
Online shopping, teacher.
No.
Okay.
Actually, yes.
Yeah,
I
actually,
hate
yes.
online shopping. Okay, I'm sorry, Aisha.
For example, like on computer, you can also watch movies on computer. Some apps that you can also use. Sometimes she doesn't know how to download stuff on internet, I think, and I'll just help her and teach her how to manage things like that.
Yes, yes, I totally agree with that.
And Aisha, how often do you use a computer, by the way? Like, I'm just curious, like what do you use it for?
I usually spend at least 4 hours on the computer.
4 hours.
Okay.
And mostly I just watch movies and just like Ashraf, just randomly scroll and just see anything on the internet, something like that.
High five. I like to watch movies on my computer as well. So yeah, nice.
Really? I
Yes.
prefer to go to the theatre for that. You know, you get a
Right.
better experience
Yeah.
with the surround sound and...
True,
But I
you
know it's for convenience.
for convenience, and
yeah.
also nowadays with the whole pandemic going
Yeah.
on, safety, right?
Safety first, exactly.
Okay.
Xuanlin, your turn, darling. What do you use the computer for? How long do you spend time on it? And do you think you are superior when it comes to all these gadgets as compared to your parents? Let's hear your thoughts.
Usually, I use the computer for research purpose. Like Ashraf, I usually wander on Wikipedia just to find random information. And sometimes the school assigns projects for us.
Yeah.
So I'll use the computer to create slides and research documents. Yeah.
Do you play games?
I don't really play computer games, but I play mobile games.
Ah, okay. What's the difference actually? I always get, I wouldn't say confused. I know it's all online, but they say, I'm asking, are you playing games? And then, no, but I'm playing mobile game. And what's the difference?
So what's the difference,
Yeah, who can tell me? I really want to know, to be honest.
I'm not really sure about that because I'm not really a gamer.
Right.
Maybe Ashraf can answer that question.
Yeah, maybe. Ashraf, maybe you want to help teacher just understand, you know, what's the difference between a mobile game and, you know, a PC game or a computer game?
PC game is a game that's usually played on a desktop or a laptop, but a mobile game is played on a phone, and the difference between that, usually the main difference is that mobile phones generally made with less quality graphics and whatnot, because of the processing power of a phone compared to a desktop. So usually games on PC would generally run or look better, but there are still very good mobile games on phone.
Yeah, so teacher, do you understand the difference between?
Yes, I think I do now.
So one is on phone and one is on computer. Thank you so much, Ashraf, for
I think
that
the key
explanation.
word to use there is mobile.
Yeah.
Right, because if it's a desktop or a laptop,
yeah.
I mean, you can bring laptop along with you, but it's still quite clumsy because it's quite huge and heavy. So mobile means something that's easy for you to carry around. Okay, now I will remember that. Okay. Yeah.
So we haven't discussed
let's hear something from Kirtana. Yes, she's always been one of the shy ones in class, but she has her own opinions too. Come, let's hear from you, darling.
Let's hear your thoughts.
Well, I don't use computer that often per day, like about 2 hours, not more than that, because I really have bad eyesight, so it's going to affect my eyesight more.
Oh, okay.
I usually took online courses in computers so that I can expand my knowledge, and I usually read ebooks. I find them really interesting. So other than that, I just scroll to YouTube and listen to music.
Okay, all right. So do you think you are more proficient when it comes to handling gadgets like computers compared to your parents?
Yeah, like I kind of learn a lot in computers, and I'm more specialized in it because I take computer courses in online. So I think I'm more advanced than my parents. So they often ask help for me in a lot of things. So yeah.
Cool. All right. So you have to. Okay, let me get this word correct. Troubleshoot.
Yeah.
Is that the correct term to use?
Troubleshoot.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. I'm not that old school.
Well, teacher Emma, I think we had a great discussion.
Yes.
Thank you so much to all our friends who are watching from home and also our friends on Google Meets. I think that was a very great discussion on technology.
It was, yeah.
But teacher, how about we take a short break? Is that okay?
Yes, of course.
Alright, so for those of you watching at home, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on slot Menengah Atas for Bahasa Inggeris only on Didik TV KPM.
KPM. Didik TV KPM.
Hi everyone, welcome back to slot Menengah Atas here on Didik TV KPM, and today we are focusing on Bahasa Inggeris, and I'm here with teacher Ima from SMK Pusat Bandar Puchong 1 as well as my friends from teacher Ima's class. So hi everyone on Google Meets, give me a wave, a big smile, and I'm sure those of you are watching at home as well. So in this segment, we are focusing on the topic Let's Chat. So teacher Ima, what are we going to do next?
Okay. we had a really good chat just now.
Yes.
Thank you very much to everyone who is in class with me today.
Okay.
Now we are going to go into the main idea of our lesson, or the main point of our lesson today, which is to listen to a listening script.
All right.
And you are going to answer the questions which are in your textbook, all right, on page 11. But before that, usually before we listen for information, whether it's specific or for general idea, we need to get clues. And normally the clues that we can find to help us will be in the questions itself.
Okay.
But before we look at the questions, I want you guys to try this out first. Okay, are you ready?
Are you ready? If you're ready, give me a thumbs up. Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
You guys are going to look at the jumbled up letters and try to solve them. You can also try it out.
I can
too,
try it,
Chris.
so okay.
Okay, here we are.
Oh, you?
Okay, so you guys have a look-see at the screen there. These are either words or a phrase, okay?
So the letters are jumbled up.
Yes, the letters are jumbled up.
Okay. So even those who are watching at home, you can try it.
Yes, or friends at home, you can also try and figure out what they are. I'll give you some time.
Yeah.
Ding, ding.
Okay. So will we be asking our friends on Google Meets?
Oh yes,
try?
of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're still trying to figure. It's quite easy. Okay, this is a bit different from what I usually do with them in class. I like to play hangman. I don't know if you've ever played hangman.
Yes, I played hangman as well in school.
With your teacher. That's quite fun too. But this one is also quite fun. Because somehow some kids, they're really good at it. They'll just, blink of an eye. Oh, they already know the words. But some, they will take time. What is this? Okay. All right, are you guys ready? Have you guys managed to crack them all or to solve them all?
I'm pretty sure they did, teacher. I'm pretty sure they did. They're very smart
these are
students.
very smart.
Yeah.
Smart kids.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's start with Kirtana. Okay. Did you manage to solve them all, Kirtana?
Yes.
Okay.
So should we ask her?
Yeah. Let's start. Let's do it clockwise. Okay. So from the Ingwork net. Tessie Cielso. So what's that?
Which one, sir, exactly?
The top one, yeah.
Sight.
Okay, it's actually 3 words combined together, so it's a phrase. Did anybody get that or not? The one that's at the top. There are 3 words there. Did anybody manage to get it?
Social network site.
You're
Very
missing
close.
one letter, a little bit. Okay, Ashraf, would you like to try?
Social networking sites.
Yes, that's
Kirtana was
right.
very close.
Yeah, Kirtana,
She left
you're
out the ing.
really close. Yeah, she
Yeah.
left out the ing
But good
and
try.
the plural S for social networking
Networking
sites.
sites.
Okay, I would like to take this opportunity to stress on pronouncing the last sound.
Okay.
Whether it's a vowel or a consonant, the S sound. So if it's spelled S-I-T-E-S, you should pronounce it as sites. The
Sites.
S sound at the end. Okay?
Okay.
All right, but anyway, great job. Good try, Kirtana. Okay. What about the next one? Blem Pro. Aisha, what's that?
Problem?
Yes, good. Okay. Shunin, Talins.
Install.
Yes, that's
Wow.
correct. Well done.
Okay.
Okay, add lowdown. Shunin, what's that? Add lowdown.
Download.
Download, good. I like to do this because when
Yeah.
you say it out, it sounds funny.
Yeah.
And that usually cracks the kids up. Okay, what about offswear? What about you? Okay, let's try. Chris, what's that?
Offswear.
Yes.
For this, if I'm not wrong, it's software. Is that correct?
Is that correct, guys?
Software?
Software? Yes,
okay,
good
okay.
job. Okay.
Okay.
I'll give you a belanja you.
Belanja me. I get 5 stars, teacher.
Yeah, 5
Okay.
stars, yeah.
Yes.
But they'll
Okay.
get 6.
Oh.
You'll get 5, they get 6.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are lucky.
All right, next.
Alst.
What's that? Anybody manage to get that?
Let's ask Ashraf.
Scroll.
Scroll, yeah.
Scroll.
And the last one, Let's do this together, everybody. What's the last word?
Communication.
Okay, look at it properly.
Communicate.
Communicate.
Nice
yes,
one, Kirtana.
nice one.
Good job, everyone.
Good job, everybody.
Communicate.
Okay? So these are all words that they have been exposed to from the first lesson, and a lot of them, more except for social networking sites, the rest are all in the listening text.
I see.
Okay.
In the textbook.
Yeah. So normally this
Okay.
is what we do. We get to, into the idea of, okay, so this text is all about technology. And then from our lesson just now, we looked at letters, aerograms, postcards, and then you have emails, you have phones, and we discussed about how things are changing nowadays. And now we are going to look at the questions itself. All right, so this is your textbook, everybody. Okay, so we're going to be doing part B first, all right?
Okay.
So part B, you're going to listen to a phone conversation between Wayne and his dad.
Okay.
And answer the questions. There are just 2 questions. All right, would you like to read what the question is for me, please, Srinli? The first bullet.
Okay, what is Wayne's dad problem?
All
What is
right.
Wayne's dad problem, and do they solve the problem in the end?
Okay. All right, so from those 2 questions, obviously, you wouldn't know what the content is about. But you can guess. So, before listening to the text, when you look at the question, some of the key words in there would be Wayne's dad's problem. So you know, you activate your schemata, sorry. There is a problem in the listening text. I am going to be listening to some kind of problem in the listening text.
Okay.
And with the key WH question, what? So the pupils will instantly know, I need to listen out to a problem.
Okay.
All right. And with the last question, do they solve the problem in the end? So they need to be really listening in to find out if the problem is solved or not.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. So are you guys ready to listen to the listening script?
All right.
Yep.
We are ready.
Thumbs up, everyone.
Give me a thumbs up. For those watching at home as well, you have to listen in, okay? Awesome.
Okay, all right. Let's now listen in to the phone conversation between Wayne and his dad.
Okay.
Listen. B. Listen to a phone conversation between Wayne and his dad and answer the questions.
Hello, Dad.
Hi, Wayne. Where are you?
I'm at Paul's house. He's got a new game console and I'm helping him set it up.
Have you done your homework for tomorrow?
I did it before I left.
Good. Now, I need your help.
Can it wait till I get home?
It won't take long. I want to send a photo to your Uncle Fred.
Not the one you took of all of us at the weekend in the garden, I hope. It's a horrible picture.
No, it isn't. Just remind me how to do it again.
Okay. Are you in front of the computer?
Yes.
Is it turned on?
Come on, Wayne. I'm not that silly.
Yeah? What about the last time you rang me up?
Okay, but that was different.
Whatever you say. Have you copied the picture from the camera to the computer?
Yeah, I remember how to do that. It's in the folder with the other pictures.
Now you have to create a new email.
Yep, I've done that, and I've written a short message to your uncle. I just can't seem to attach the photo to it.
Can you see the button that says attach?
Nope.
Scroll down the page a bit.
Okay. Oh yes, there it is. Do I click on it?
Yes.
Okay, done.
Now find the picture you want in the folder and click OK so you can attach it to the email.
Right, and then I click send?
Yes. Have you written a subject?
Yes, I wrote photo.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Well, I couldn't think of anything else. Okay, that's sent. Thanks, Wayne. Oh, wait, I've got an email in my inbox. Has Fred replied already?
No, it's too soon. Open it and see.
That can't be right. It's the email that I just sent. What went wrong? What do I do now?
Oh, I can't do this. Listen, Dad, I'll be home in half an hour. We'll try again then, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was an interesting conversation.
That was an interesting conversation. But before we get to the questions, all right, we were actually laughing with each other just now. Why were you laughing, Chris, listening into the conversation?
I think all of you can agree at home and on Google Meets as well. But it just reminds me so much of my own parents because they actually asked me the same questions as well. You know, how do I send an email? How do I attach a photo? So I found it very amusing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And I like the way Wayne responds to his dad when the dad says, "Oh, I label it or name the file photo."
Yeah.
Oh, that's
that was very sarcastic.
Exactly.
But it was funny. Yeah.
But that's how it is nowadays. You know.
Yep.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are we ready to get to the questions? Are you guys ready?
I saw them taking some notes down.
Yeah,
that was so good. Yeah,
that's really good. Yeah, thank you for reminding that too, Chris. As you are listening, you should also be taking down notes. I mean, I forgot to remind them because it's already something that they are used to. And thanks for reminding about that. So for those of you out there, whenever you are doing any listening activity, make sure that you have a piece of paper or a notebook and a pen or a pencil just to highlight key points or whatever information that you can remember from the listening conversation.
Wow.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, let's start with the first question. What is Wayne's dad's problem? Okay, without calling out, anybody would like to volunteer to respond?
Okay, Aisha.
Yeah. Thank you, Aisha.
He wanted to send a photo to Uncle Fred,
But
he couldn't.
he couldn't. Okay, all right, that's correct. What about the rest of you? Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes, okay, wonderful. Okay, main question, the second one. Do they solve the problem in the end?
No.
No, yeah, because Wayne said, I'll be home in half an hour and we'll get it sorted.
Right.
Okay, good, wonderful. Now let's go to part C of our listening activity. Okay?
Okay.
I want you guys to listen again. And then this time, it will be a lot easier because you've already had the first listening in. But this time around, I want you guys to look at the 8 questions there. Okay, it's in your textbook. And for those of you at home, it's on the screen later on for you. Listen in and write true or false to the 8 statements given there. Look at the 8 statements before you listen in. And all the words there are words that you have already been introduced to. So there shouldn't be a lot of problems trying to get the information whether it's true or false.
Okay.
Okay? All right, are you guys ready to listen in for the second time?
All right. I see thumbs up from Shen Lin.
All right, so we're going to start the audio now.
Listen. B. Listen to a phone conversation between Wayne and his dad and answer the questions.
Hello, Dad.
Hi, Wayne. Where are you?
I'm at Paul's house. He's got a new game console and I'm helping him set it up.
Have you done your homework for tomorrow?
I did it before I left.
Good. Now, I need your help.
Can it wait till I get home?
It won't take long. I want to send a photo to your Uncle Fred.
Not the one you took of all of us at the weekend in the garden, I hope. It's a horrible picture.
No, it isn't. Just remind me how to do it again.
Okay. Are you in front of the computer?
Yes.
Is it turned on?
Come on, Wayne, I'm not that silly.
Yeah? What about the last time you rang me up?
Okay, but that was different.
Whatever you say. Have you copied the picture from the camera to the computer?
Yeah, I remember how to do that. It's in the folder with the other pictures.
Now you have to create a new email.
Yep, I've done that, and I've written a short message to your uncle. I just can't seem to attach the photo to it.
Can you see the button that says attach?
Nope.
Scroll down the page a bit.
Okay. Oh yes, there it is. Do I click on it?
Yes.
Okay, done.
Now find the picture you want in the folder and click OK so you can attach it to the email.
Right, and then I click send?
Yes. Have you written a subject?
Yes, I wrote photo.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Well, I couldn't think of anything else. OK, that's sent. Thanks, Wayne. Oh, wait, I've got an email in my inbox. Has Fred replied already?
No, it's too soon. Open it and see.
That can't be right. It's the email that I just sent. What went wrong? What do I do now?
Oh, I can't do this. Listen, Dad, I'll be home in half an hour. We'll try again then, okay?
OK.
Okay. All right, great. Okay, now because it's the second time you guys listening to it,
yes,
there shouldn't be a problem to respond. So let's do this together.
Okay.
All right, so I'm just going to go over here and write your answers. So the first one, is it true or false, guys? False. Yes, that's correct. He's over at Paul's house to help set up, I think, some
game
console. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, what about number 2?
It's true.
Yep, true. Because he says it's horrible.
Yeah.
Okay, what about number 3? True or false? True or false? False. Yes, it's turned on this time. The last time it wasn't. Okay. All right, number 4, Kirtana. Has he copied the picture?
True.
Yes, true. Well done. That's correct. And number 5? Does he need to scroll down, Ashraf?
Yes, he does.
Yep, that's correct. And number 6, did he forget? Did he forget to write the subject? Yes or no?
False.
Yes, false. Who can remember what was the subject?
It was
Photo. It was so boring for me. Okay, number 7. Did Uncle Fred reply?
No.
No, of course not. Probably because the answer is in number 8. Wayne's dad sent the email to the wrong address. So, is it true or false?
Yes.
Yes, it's true. Great job, everyone. Well done.
Well done.
Yes.
It looks like they did succeed in the listening exercise, and because we listened twice. So good job to all the students watching at home and also my friends on Google Meets. But teacher, is it okay if we take a break, because I would like to listen to that one more time. So I also want to try this exercise for myself.
Okay, of course.
So for those of you watching at home, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on slot Menengah Atas for Bahasa Inggeris with Teacher Ima, only on Didik TV KPM.
Didik TV KPM. Didik TV KPM.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Slot Menengah Atas for Bahasa Inggeris. You're watching with me, Chris MJ, and also I'm together with Teacher Ima from SMK Pusat Bandar Puchong 1, as well as some of our students online. Hi everyone, it's so nice for you to join me. I have new classmates today. And also for those who are watching at home, thanks so much for joining us. And in this segment, teacher, what are we going to learn?
Okay, in this particular segment, we are going to try and do something that I know for a fact. These 4 people here, where are they? Oh, there they are.
Yes.
Hi. I don't think they have ever done it in their life. I think they've never done it.
Okay.
What do you think this will be? It's related to what we did, or it's related to what we have here.
Yes, I see a lot of letters,
the table,
postcards, aerograms. Okay.
Aerograms.
Cassette. Yeah, mixtape. Okay. So what are we doing?
Okay. Today we are going to look at what I have on the screen. Okay. When is the last time you received an email?
Okay.
Chris.
Yeah.
Within the session that we had, do you think you would have received emails?
Yes, I think I definitely would have received an email. So probably, I just checked my. I just received an email.
Yeah,
so
you can see the notification.
Yeah.
Right.
5 minutes ago. Yeah.
Right. What about you guys at home? Do you think you would have received an email, even if it's spam?
Yes.
Yes, definitely. Okay. All right, let's look at the next question. When is the last time you received a handwritten letter?
Oh, wow.
A
Guys?
few months ago.
Few months ago, all right. Wonderful, Shuanlin. What about you, Kirtana? Can you remember when is the last time you received a handwritten letter?
It was on my birthday that my friend gave me a handwritten letter.
Wow, wonderful. Okay. Ashraf?
Probably during my birthday last year, I suppose. I don't even remember if I had a handwritten letter.
All right, that's okay. What about you, Aisha? When's the last time?
A few weeks ago, I think.
Okay. Was it a proper letter or was it just a note? There's a difference, you know.
Oh.
It was from my cousin. We had this thing where we like sometimes wrote letters to each other. So it's not for fun.
Wonderful. So what about you, Chris? When was the last time you received a handwritten letter?
I can't remember, teacher. I really can't remember because I usually just get texts on phone,
Yes.
so I really can't remember. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm grateful my friends on Google Meets have received handwritten letters. I think there is just something different about receiving a letter.
Exactly.
You know, teacher?
Which leads me to these two questions that are coming, but let's look at the third question first. How does getting an email make you feel? What about you? Let's start with you, Chris.
Okay. I don't know. It just feels can be annoying because there are a lot of spam emails.
Yep.
So yeah, it makes me feel a bit annoyed. Like, I have to unsubscribe from this, unsubscribe from that. Yeah. So that's how I feel sometimes getting an email. What about the rest?
Yeah. What about the rest of you? How does getting an email make you feel? Shuanlin?
Usually the emails that I receive are like service updates from YouTube or Google, or in my MOE accounts it's usually assignment or notification that there's a class. I just feel usual.
You don't feel excited about it, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we get excited when we have assignments, right?
Yes,
You know,
exactly.
But yeah.
I'm
usual.
pretty sure the rest of them also feel the same way. Yeah. Do you feel the same way too, Aisha?
Yeah. Just like receiving a text message.
Yeah, just like receiving a text message. Sometimes it's quite annoying, isn't it?
Yes.
I usually switch off my phone at night.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just switch it off because even though if I put it on silent, it'll still be, I can hear the vibrations.
Yes.
Oh, it's just so annoying. Okay, all right, so let's get to the last question. How does getting a handwritten letter make you feel?
How about you ask Kirtana?
A handwritten letter made me feel happy, a bit overwhelmed because the one I received from my friends really touching that I wasn't expecting a handwritten letter.
Yes.
So I was really touched.
Yeah, that's correct. Why do you think when people get, well, for me anyway, you see all these letters that I have, even in this box here, it's like my treasures from yesteryears. Okay, these are all handwritten letters, aerograms, postcards. They make me feel like what I'm going to use the word that Kirtana used, which was overwhelmed. When people write using a pen and take their time to sit and write and compose, that's the correct term to use. You compose a letter. You want to express your thoughts, your minds. You want to share.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the word communicate again. Nowadays, you just send a text. Sometimes you don't even spell properly.
Yeah.
And that's quite an alarming thing for me as a language teacher. But when you're writing a proper letter and you are like having it, okay, hang on, let me try and get something out.
Teacher, all these yours?
Yes, they are all mine. Some of them are my old love letters, you know, like things like
I really
this.
never keep all this.
Yeah. So anyway, when you write something, you sit down, you make it personalized. That's the word I want you guys to take home with today. And that's the assignment that I'm going to assign to you guys. Okay. And even those of you guys out there, please write me either a postcard like this. Okay.
Alright.
And writing a letter or writing a postcard is not the same as writing a note and folding it up and giving it to your friend.
Yeah.
You need a piece of paper like this.
All right.
All right. And then you need to get an envelope. And then you need to have a stamp. All right. And this is one of the best things about receiving personalized handwritten letter. There are many types of stamps, and I have a collection of many kinds of stamps from all over the world. Even in Malaysia, every time you want to post a letter, you have to go and get a stamp. And for every occasion, they will commemorate the occasion. For example, our National Day, or when there's an installation of a new Yang di-Pertuan Agong, there will always be new editions of stamps. So you not only have to sit down, get a piece of paper, get a pen and write, but you have to think about the content itself. What do you want to share? If you miss somebody, if you want to share good news, or you want to ask about the person. So there's a method to doing it. So I'm going to put this challenge out to my 4 lovely ones at home, because I will only see them in April.
Okay.
All right. So please write me either a postcard or a letter with a stamp. Post it. You have to go to the post office. So there's a little bit of an effort there. So when I receive something like this, I know that, hey, this person cares about me.
So you feel special.
Yes, I feel special.
All right. And what about for those friends watching at home as well? Where can they find these resources for today's lesson?
Okay, they can find the resources for today's lesson at Sumberku.
Sumberku.
Yes.
All right. Well, before we wrap up today's lesson, maybe Teacher Ima, would you like to share with us some, tips on, being able to listen better, being able to speak better in regards to today's topic, Let's Chat?
Okay. Very simple. You need to know the idea first. That's what we did in the beginning. I got the pupils into the idea of communication, old school and the new trends, and then we looked at letters, emails, and then we looked at some keywords when we played the jumbled up games. Spelling bee. So and then you look at the questions itself in the textbook, and the keywords in the question will help you to tune in as you are listening to the text.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that, Teacher Ima, I want to say thank you so much for today's lesson, and also thank you so much to my friends on Google Meets as well. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Give yourself a round of applause, and also our friends watching at home. My name is Chris, and we will see you again here on Didik TV KPM. Bye everyone.
Bye everyone. Thank you.
Didik TV KPM